Johnny Bravo looking motherfucker. Yeah, looking at you, NPC. I don't know if that will stay in.
Probably not.
Yeah. What is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and I'm with
TwstdFlaems.
And we are here on the I believe this is legitimately the 2-year anniversary of the original release of the thing. No, I fucked that up. Can we restart?
Sure.
Okay. What is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and I'm here with
TwstdFlaems. This is our second take because he fucked up.
And we are here with the episode commentary for Itachi True Story, Light and Darkness Abridged. We will refer to this quite a lot throughout this commentary as Shinden, as that's what its production code was, from Itachi Shinden. Mm-hmm. This episode released on the 2-year anniversary of its original release.
The actual episode, not the commentary?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good qualifier. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just get started to
I
me bringing shit up? Yeah.
Well, this episode has a lot of deleted scenes, all of which we're going to make available on Patreon. So if you haven't checked us out on Patreon, be sure to jump over there.
Those clips will be free as well. We're not saying we're putting them behind a paywall or anything like that. They're just on there. And if, you want to just be like to us, then
That's
by all means, we won't stop you. We won't get in your way.
But at the end of the day, we just want to have somewhere where we can put our unedited, multi-screened looking stuff, somewhere where you can see it in all its glory. So go check out those deleted scenes. There was a lot from this episode because this episode is so heavy and has so much in it. This episode tells Itachi's backstory. Has a lot of really great performances. In terms of... This is actually the first episode appearance of Cheese Pizza 13.
Nice.
Yeah. So she first appeared in Digimon, of course, but because we haven't got it to re-release in Digimon yet, that's still a couple of months away. This will be first. So, we'll talk a bit more about that when we get to her appearance and her casting process, because I think it's got a really interesting story. But in the meantime, Itachi Shinden.
Down to business.
To defeat...
Yeah. Someone.
Yeah, the Huns, probably. I don't know.
To defeat someone.
The following is a non-profit fan base.
Fugaku doing the intro this time.
I like how you had to think about that.
I did.
I knew exactly who it was instantly. I'm like, it's Sasuke's dad.
Yeah.
It's Sasuke's brother's father.
Sasuke's brother!
Please support the official release.
The Third Great Ninja War, the conflict that saw me gain my Sharingan, seemingly lose
Picking up from the end of episode 0, chronologically we'd recommend watching this episode after that episode.
Finally came to an end with the fall of Kanabi Bridge. But this isn't my story. This isn't even the story of Naruto
Was that made with
or
wood
Obito
release?
Uchiha. This is the story of
Possibly.
Itachi Uchiha's life, the coup, and the... Wait. What do you mean this isn't about me? That's it. Tell the story without me. I'll be in my trailer. Call me when it's time for Kakashi Anbu Abridged. Roll the opening.
So, Kakashi Anbu Abridged is a special anthology episode we have planned, but has not yet been written. Mm-hmm. It may, truthfully, never happen, but I want to see it happen.
Okay.
And of course it will be starring starring TwstdFlaems, of course, as Kakashi. It's just a matter of trying to make it fit within our schedule and release schedule. And everything.
Was that the thing that you wanted me to write?
Yes.
Oh, that's why it hasn't been written. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
This was written, this particular episode was written so long ago, and then I drafted Kakashi Anbu Abridged afterwards. That it's in a notebook from before I moved house.
Oh, wow.
So it's in a box somewhere at home, and impolitebi and I moved house like 2 years ago. At the time of recording this, it's been a long time since we moved house, so I haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, I've got some draft notes there and everything like that. So I'm hoping it still happens one day. It's just a matter of working it into the release schedule.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And the production schedule as well. And of course, being an anthology episode, we have a special opening.
So that's Kakashi Hatake, hey? The son of Sakumo?
That's him, the one that became known as Copy Ninja Kakashi of the Sharingan.
He's called... what?
He's also called the hero of the Sharingan.
Find it funny that you're the one playing that Uchiha clan member.
Yeah. We're staging a coup tonight.
But also, the
Tonight's
fact
the finale.
that Kakashi has all these nicknames,
Yeah.
like, that's really fucked when you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Like, the hero of the Sharingan. Like, dude,
I'm pretty sure
the
this is...
Uchiha are right there.
I'm pretty sure that was a big conversation point you and I had when we started putting
Yeah.
this episode together. Because it doesn't... Actually, I might have even gone back to the Gaiden days talking about that. It's so... It doesn't make any sense for him to have these names and not a member of the Uchiha. Obito is the reason he has the Sharingan.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you don't include Obito, like, Itachi was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Shisui was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of Uchiha who would have been in a position to deserve that mantle as the hero of the Sharingan way before Kakashi ever got his hands on the fucking eye in the first place. Like, it's insane to me
Yeah.
that Kakashi is the one with that title.
And it makes sense for Fugaku to be like, fuck this shit, I want to start a coup, I want to overthrow the government.
Like,
don't we all?
this is bullshit. How dare you give the guy who wasn't born with the ability gets the friggin' nickname about the eye?
Yeah.
When there is
About-
literally a clan right there in the city. Because does he actually have the nickname before the Uchiha massacre?
I don't know. This is obviously well before the Uchiha massacre. And this version of, like our version of the stories we might have so long, I can't actually remember when he canonically gets the nickname.
Yeah.
I think, I'm prepared to be proven wrong, I think he actually gets it when he's an Anbu.
Which is way before the massacre, isn't it? Well, the massacre's during his Anbu days.
It's during his Anbu days.
Yeah.
Because it happens after Minato's killed.
Yeah.
But it happens before, and Kakashi in that flashback is shown in his Anbu gear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I mean, regardless of when it happens, giving someone, like, the name the hero of an ability where everyone was massacred...
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of a dick move.
You're either giving him hero of the Sharingan while the Uchiha is still around, which is a dick move.
Yeah.
Or you've given him the nickname since the massacre, which is also a dick move.
Yeah. But remember, Hiruzen's a great Hokage.
Oh, man, yeah. He probably thought up the nickname himself.
Yeah, probably.
Well, there's no one left to have the Sharingan. Let's give it to Kakashi.
This is your first episode as Hiruzen.
Oh, yeah.
And I also realized when we're doing some admin work for the channel a couple of weeks ago, we didn't credit you as a character in this episode. As Daikoku Fueno or whatever his name is.
Oh,
Yeah, don't know how that happened.
rude.
I'll point out the character when we get to him.
Okay.
But yeah, I love how Fugaku is right from the beginning. Let's have a massacre.
Idol.
You're right. I must see if Shibi Aburame's throat singing can overcome the octave range of that number.
Referencing both Shino and 1010.
Why are you over here?
And I love how Itachi's already got that deep voice.
We do that with all our characters, though.
Yeah.
Of the school, let alone a child on their own.
Why?
Is
With what I showed you this morning, is this a continuity error?
I once burnt down a school for fun.
Yes.
Oh well, we'll deal with it.
Oh.
Not what you were expecting, little Itachi.
You'll understand later.
Yeah.
Oh, little Itachi, one day
Talking about
you
ship
will
and stuff.
come to appreciate me.
Of course, referencing the fact that they are partners in Akatsuki.
Yep.
Orochimaru, talk to me.
Oh, your first appearance as Crow is here.
Yes.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Spelt after the Ruby character.
Yep.
Mistakes have been made.
Also, Itachi just straight up tries to kill himself after speaking to Orochimaru. Like,
Is that legitimately what the scene is?
I don't know if it's because he spoke to, but yeah, he speaks to Orochimaru, and then he throws himself off a cliff.
Yeah.
I can't remember the context why.
I like what we did with the crow.
What do you mean?
Making it call him by that character from Demon Slayer.
Yes. Yes. I know what you mean, yep.
Yeah.
Rev, I was worried for a moment. Hang on, I need to tell me friends. They love attempted murder. Hey guys, come check this out.
You guys, want to be my friends?
Oh, you never know when a murder will come in handy, Tomioka.
Tomioka, that's it. Yeah,
Tomioka,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Your
Because
family.
at this age, he looks like Tomioka.
Yeah.
This family.
But I don't have a brother.
Nurse, is it a son or an abortion?
It's a healthy baby boy.
Fugaku would say that.
Giant tarantula, pal. Did you just...
And that's me actually recording as.
Sasuke for short. I bet
Also, we can canonize here, and I wish we thought of this idea much earlier, but Sasuke's full name is... Sasuke is actually short for Bitchsuke,
Yeah.
which is something that we bring up later in Shippuden when between Itachi and Sasuke. And of course, ShyGhost, nearly said her actual name, ShyGhost reprising her role in this episode as Mikoto Uchiha, who surprisingly is not the... surprising or unsurprising, depending how you look at it. Kishi recently, in a relative sense when we're recording this, the Minato one-shot came out confirming that Mikoto is not the third member of Minato's team, which surprised a lot of people because everyone for a long time assumed she was along with Taiuchi.
Yeah. I love that people thought it was Taiuchi. Like, I get why they thought it, but at the same time, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, they don't... until Boruto, they do not show Ninja retiring.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, yeah.
Minato and Minato's wife don't need to deal
Also,
with this.
Fugaku's such a piece of shit.
Yeah. Minato and Minato's wife.
They won't have anything to worry about.
And this scene lifted directly from episode 0 in every way.
Well,
The sound mix, the recordings, everything lifted directly from.
it seems you're almost due. Yes, but just one question.
Is it true that sex makes babies?
Well,
Thank you for contributing that line, by the way.
I also like that I'm 2 for 2.
I really must have Grishina, Minato, and the Harunos over for dinner sometime. I'm sure the kids will all be the best of friends.
And on that scene is a really good example of when, if we have to revisit a flashback, we make sure that we just whoop, whoop, whoop. That it is just cut and paste, because it should be the same. It shouldn't be different. It shouldn't have differences because it's the exact same depiction of events.
Yeah.
There is a moment, again, in that episode we talked about this morning, in Shippuden where we've had to do that slightly differently, but I put that down to unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
In fact, a big post-baby birthday right up.
Mom,
Yes, favorite son.
is it true that the Hokage and the Nine-Tailed Fox are having a baby?
Yes, it is.
I hope it's a healthy boyfriend or a healthy girlfriend for Sasuke when he's older.
Who knows? Maybe the nice girl the Harunos have will be a partner for Sasuke.
Nah.
On that note, your thoughts?
All right, so here's a major continuity error.
That's the 5th Hokage on that.
Yeah.
But that's a continuity error from the series? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is genuinely in the series. Now, all this stuff is filler. It's not in the manga. So that's probably why the continuity error is present. But, well, this scene is anyway. But that's why Obito, in just a second, comments on time travel as a reference to the time traveling Sasuke theory.
Yeah.
About Obito before he was unmasked being time traveling Sasuke or all that sort of nonsense from before Obito was unmasked as Obito.
Yeah.
And I have to go out. Watch Sasuke for us and help yourself to some dinner.
So, Tsunade will be the 5th Hokage. Time travel is...
I don't know how many people picked up on that reference.
It's a blissful
And here's a
night.
scene
Another
reference
tear in the
we lifted from
Mom
episode
died out of the village Sasuke is resting.
0 again.
It's a good piece.
I think in the
of
script I even just said, take that.
I bet if I killed this kid, nobody would ever notice. Just take his eyes and throw him off a cliff. No more babysitting for me. Who am I kidding? Izumi would dump me if I killed her future brother-in-law.
So to speak to that, I know we spoke about when we did episode 0, but originally Itachi was talking about Shisui, and Shisui would kill me if I killed his future brother-in-law. And then we changed it for Izumi when we were working on this episode. This episode entered production.
Because Izumi is canon.
Yeah, in the light novels and everything like that.
Yeah.
And ShyGhost does an amazing job playing Izumi in this episode. Matching, because this scene was so old by the time we got around to recording this episode, matching Itachi's voice for the rest of this time period in this episode to what was recorded for episode 0 years beforehand was really hard.
Yeah. Do better.
Summoning jutsu.
Oh? I have a bad feeling about this.
Hiruzen, your first line is Hiruzen.
First line is Hiruzen.
My
I
favorite
love
son.
that.
Shouldn't you be with the Abu troops protecting the village?
Father, I'm 5.
And...
Right.
What was that? It seems that they finally managed to seal the Nine Tails.
And so Kakashi decided not
Erika's
to
only
break
appearance in the
Dumbledore's
episode is...
I like how I'm both narrators in this.
Yeah.
Same way that I've been Dumbledore.
That's our explanation for why Hiruzen now sounds different.
Yes.
Wanted to raise Naruto. Unsurprisingly, nobody put their hands up, so I shoved him into an apartment where he could show off, act immature, and be a cheeky child who would live alone for his entire life without any guidance or discipline from his parents, or any other family members that might be out there. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? A Gaara situation?
I don't know if Gaara's been born by this point.
No, Gaara's like 2 years younger than Naruto.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Well,
I think he is anyway.
I'm going to put the answer to that question on screen.
Oh, this is just Hiruzen telling this story after he's been revived.
Yeah, there we go. Sure. I'll speak more to your performance as Hiruzen
I'm
towards the
looking
end.
up.
Oh, Gaara's age, okay.
Yeah.
So while you look that up, so
Gaara is 1 year younger than Naruto.
yeah, we broke canon here. So I'll speak to your performance as Hiruzen now. Then just while we've got it paused. So recasting Hiruzen came at a time when this episode was mostly locked, mostly done.
Yeah.
And when it became clear about that we were going to have to start recasting some characters like Rock Lee, Neji, Hiruzen, the first 2 Hokage, and a few others. You're my only pick, really, for Hiruzen. I had floated doing auditions for Hiruzen, but in the end, it was like, well, no, we've already had this discussion, and you would be the perfect Hiruzen if somebody else wasn't interested.
Yeah.
So when it came time, because Hiruzen's original performance was already in the episode, to make sure I didn't have to re-edit lip flaps, we got you to imitate the pace and everything like that for any lip flap recordings. Like, this one's fine, you know, there's no lip flaps to match or anything like that.
It's just, yeah.
But when you did your first performance as Hiruzen, like the, whoa, I have a bad feeling about this, you were matching the everything about the original performance.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to when Hiruzen is revived during the war, so you can actually bring your own performance to Hiruzen rather than mimicking someone else's.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what you do with that character and take it away. I like what NPC has done with Rock Lee, what Beau's done with Neji.
Yeah.
Itachi!
Isn't. What's up?
It's just...
Thank you for that suggestion about
Bitch that keeps
ism.
owning
Was it your
what's
or
old and
Impolitebi that
always
made the
sick of
suggestion about
everyone's shit.
Itachi's
he's
nails?
just like that with people he doesn't know yet. Do you want to
I
tell him?
can't remember.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I fucking...
If it was a color choice, it was probably not me.
Time, you know,
Okay.
like I
Oh.
am, you know, like I am.
So a regular...
Someone forgot I was colorblind again.
Yeah, a regular conversation we have about colour is the fact that I regularly forget that TwstdFlaems is actually colourblind. Call me TwstdFlaems, because I'm colourblind! Is a reference to a Metal Grey one has in episode 3 of Digimon. Because you're red-green?
I'm just overall.
Oh, just overall.
colorblind, Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot hard. It's a color deficient. I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, not the point of today's conversation.
All the colorblind settings on video games look the same to me.
Yes.
We'll say that. All of them.
Yeah. The Itachi's nail polish is the exact same shade of purple as Izumi's shirt. Which I know doesn't help you. So it must have been impolite by them brought it up. And we added that in... Yeah, well, I'm thinking about it. Later into the episode. That was a really late episode edition. Like, the episode was basically done when we added that in. And I'll talk more about that when we get to it. But again, ShyGhost gives a fantastic performance as Izumi.
You know, like I am.
Baka!
What is the meaning of this?
Baka means idiot.
Uchiha not in classes today?
Should have put
He
that as a
says that
subtitle.
they're
at the
too
bottom.
simple. He's already
This character he's
mastered it.
speaking now.
I had to teach him and the Shadow Clone
Fucking hate
Jutsu.
Donzo. I hate doing his voice.
Learn the Kagebusha no Jutsu. That is a secret technique of the highest order.
I voice that entire team now.
Who keeps the
Yeah, except Danzo, yeah.
No, I voice Hiruzen and the elders.
Yeah, you do.
any academy student to find?
Really great example of Danzo's voice there. So Danzo has the same voice throughout all his ages. I think I did a different voice for young Danzo when I played that for his flashback when he was fighting Sasuke. Spoilers. I've recorded that already. But anytime Danzo's voice drowns out like, find, it's because I've run out of oxygen and I'm having trouble holding the voice for the rest of the line. But it works so well because his voice constricts my throat in a big way. So like I can do the voice ad hoc, that's fine. But if I've got a lot of lines, I have a lot of trouble keeping up the oxygen required. Even when I'm breathing properly in my diaphragm and I'm using correct breath control, it still wears down my voice and my throat on a... What's the word I'm looking for? I've lost the word. But, yeah, I have a lot of trouble.
Words are fun.
Yeah. I imagine it's probably similar to what Kakashi did the first time you recorded Kakashi. And that you thought it was going to be really easy. And then it ended up ruining you. I had the same thing with Danzo. I thought it was going to be really easy voice. And then it killed me.
Yeah.
I really must stop doing that.
Also, yeah, why does Hiruzen leave these scrolls just lying around?
I'm
Danzo, I think I know everything. Shut up, Danzo.
My favorite son, welcome to the compound. Congratulations on graduating. Shall we take a
It's a
walk?
weird cut there and I don't like it.
It's very important that you take up your Ambu duties as soon as possible. And this is my favorite dumpling stand. And they're out of dumplings? Even more reason to stage a coup.
So
Any excuse.
yeah, I love that. Like that's like, and there's this whole scene that's part of the deleted scenes we mentioned earlier, where Danzo, like after Kurama's attack on the village, Danzo and everyone's moving like the Uchiha clan will go here and the Nara clan here and blah blah blah, basically rehoming everyone around the village. And he has a line that's to the effect of, and the Uchiha concentration camp, I mean the Uchiha compound. And that just, sorry, that's a Danzo line that says that, not Fugaku.
Yeah.
And Fugaku's like, bitch, what the fuck? And it was
Any excuse to stage a coup.
yeah, exactly. And that was the purpose of that. We just had to cut it because the episode is so long.
It's a 30-minute episode. So I think this is our longest episode at this stage.
At this stage, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it needed it because there's just so much to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, any excuse to stage a coup. And yeah, that's one of the deleted scenes you can find on Patreon.
What? You'll understand when you're older. Look, it's the wife you've been promised to. Go flirt by a lake or something.
Sorry about that. My father is pretty big on our arranged marriage.
It's okay. I'm sure he's just happy that, like the Hyuga clan, we're keeping it all in the family.
I guess.
Would you like a dumpling?
No.
Are you sure?
So I think it's pretty obvious. Like that is a Photoshop of his eyes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the first ideas I had for this episode when we were going through and putting it together. I'm like, when it was in... Yeah, that's in the script, and I thought about it. It's like, boom, just hard cut to the Sharingan. It's like, bring me those dumplings.
Are you sure you don't want dumplings? Or is there something else you'd like?
I could think of something.
Oh my god, he's really going to kiss
Also,
me.
telling a love story
What should I do?
was
Think
really
on sexy
hard.
Thoughts. Think on sexy thoughts.
Feels like I'm wearing
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
It's because it's not a love story. It's hard to adapt into a love story.
Yeah.
Boy, Itachi! Stop flirting, let's go! We're being sent on an escort mission for the Fire Daimyo!
That, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and non-binary folk, that is the voice of Cheese Pizza 13, making her first appearance for us in this re-release sequence as Tenma. Now, Cheese Pizza, love your work. You are so fucking good. Omega reached out to me early on in the process and said, hey, I've got this friend who wants to try voice acting, loves the idea of wants to be a voice actor, loves the idea of being a voice actor, wants to be a voice actor, wants to do stuff. Like, what can we do? And I'm like, well, we've got a whole bunch of characters we haven't cast yet. I'll send you a list and send through the auditions. And I got the auditions and my jaw dropped. I'm like, she's so fucking good. Like, I had to cast her. So, like I mentioned earlier, this isn't her first role with us. Her first role with us is actually a cameo in Digimon.
Cameo!
In Digimon episode 2, from memory. Yeah, she plays Tai. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Oh, that bit.
Yeah.
That very obscure reference. For the dub.
Yeah. We'll talk more about it when we get to it. But yeah, she's fantastic, and she hadn't had any actual appearances yet. And now that I'm thinking about it, this episode, also has the first appearance of TwoPointBeau and of Tass.
Oh.
So our 3 newest cast members all have their first appearances in this episode. So I'll speak to all of them in time as we get through. But her first role, and it's a one-liner guy, and then Tenma dies.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah.
Poor Tenma.
But this is my favorite episode. My favorite role so far of Cheese Pizzas is Fu.
I thought that Tenma and then Tenpa got together and then had 10-10.
I see what you did there. Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah. Or you're just going on about how he's about to die in like the next scene.
No, I'm just saying Tenma and Tenpa.
Yeah.
Ma and Pa. And then they had a kid, 10-10.
10 double.
Yeah.
Yep. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
That number clan.
This is Tenma double.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
We weren't flirting.
We were totally flirting.
Oh, yeah, totally. Be safe.
Oh, of course. What's the worst that could happen?
Bye, Tenma.
So that's the worst that could happen.
I know you hate this bit.
What bit?
The bit that's about to come up. But this... I'll let it play first. Hang on.
Itachi.
Oh, this bit.
Itachi. Itachi. Nissan.
That is not the same recording repeated over and over again. They were individually recorded. Nichan. Weasel. For example.
Weasel. Itachi.
A weasel? For God's sakes, what?
Hi.
I just didn't get the weasel line.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from a really old video. I'm talking 2008, 2009. It's not that old, but, in terms of internet culture and the internet zeitgeist, an old video. There's a flash animation, and it's that, basically. Sasuke just... And I believe it's based on a Family Guy joke. I believe...
Yeah, no, that is a Family Guy joke as well.
So it's based on that, and then we lifted that, and because I've always loved that video. I always have. And I knew that in order to do that scene and to pay respect to that video, this was going to be the only opportunity we ever got to do it. And with the characters looking that age. Yeah. And to do the Itachi, like that age Sasuke. So when we were editing this episode, I'm like, the chance is there. I downloaded the video, I put the audio up, and I matched the intervals for the Itachi to the original video. And that doom sound is from that original video. So I don't have the original video creator's name on hand right now, but thank you so much for creating a video that has brought me so much joy. And I'm glad to be able to pay respect to that now. And now we get to introduce Shisui.
Anyway, I must leave now. I have a training mission with Shisui. Be good while I'm gone.
And that, my old Padawan, is why you always make sure to kill the
I originally...
Stop it for the hot dog to die.
Hang on.
The what?
A horse.
Originally wrote the character of Shisui to be played by Bane.
Yep.
But he turned down the role, and that's okay. And then it ended up going to Omega, when it worked so well in the end for Omega to play it.
I'm vegetarian.
The play...
Eating a fish.
And it's a vegetarian fish.
I fucking love that line. It worked really well for that role to go to Shisui in the end because of the whole Obito, Toby, Shisui.
Yeah.
So it all worked out.
If you consider, like many, Danzo,
And you played that Eagle Masked armor.
Say no more.
Some really nice masking on the water there. And ShyGhost is that armor from memory.
I am the terror that
Flaps in the night.
I am the weasel that...
A Darkwing Duck reference in 2000 and... First appearance of Tass. But I'll speak to Tass's performance when we get to the owl scene.
You were great out there, Itachi. Only fun to watch for you. Finally get you into Anbu like your father always wanted.
Are you sure?
Of course, you are my young Padawan after all.
Ah, Kakashi, so nice of you to join us.
This is the first scene where Hiruzen and Kakashi have a conversation.
Paradise novel.
That's
and
crazy.
I have been dying to read it.
Don't know why you delivered that line like that, though.
Have to wait for
Just the
later.
emphasis
I
on
need
dying.
you to take the new Anbu recruit out to the 3rd training ground.
Itachi Uchiha, you really think it's a good
That's
idea
what you were talking
for
about
the
earlier.
Herald of the Sharingan to escort the Uchiha protege? Won't that incite violence and set the stage for a possible coup?
What could go wrong?
Yeah, sure. Not like I'm clairvoyant or anything, bitch.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Now, there is an edit on that scene that I would actually push for.
What's that?
Moving his eyeball.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like I'm clairvoyant or something. Bitch.
Oh, like just side-eyeing?
Just moved like the pupil off to the side, so it's just like a bitch.
Yeah, I like that. I was watching that as well, and I'm like, because, you know, got that constant joke of lifting up the manga.
Yeah.
That should have been in there as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know why we didn't do that.
It's just one of those things, like, saw that, I'm like, when it happened, I'm like, I thought we'd done that. But
Like
that's now an edit we would do now, but back then we wouldn't have.
Isn't it crazy how we're just picking up on all this sort of stuff?
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing. It's good to have that kind of conversation. It's good to see how far we've grown, even since this episode released 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Ish.
Itachi being an Anbu, you mean?
Yeah, it seems like a bold move by Danzo the Hokage.
It's a bold strategy.
First appearance of Yamato.
Pays off.
Played by Omega.
Dodgeball reference as well.
Yeah.
Clairvoyant, bitch.
No dialogue in there about it being a dodgeball reference, but there should be. If you can dodge shuriken, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, but also this is bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Oh, yeah. First appearance of Yamato, played by Omega. Now, the reason Yamato has that Kentucky Fried Chicken motherfucker accent,
It's because of this. It's actually high noon at this point in time.
it's high noon. Yes, it is. It's also because of young of Zaku Abumi, who looks like a young Yamato, and
young Yamato.
and Zaku does speak with that southern accent as a reference to what Yamato looks like as a grown-up. So when it came to casting Yamato, actually no, we cast Hashirama first, and then we cast Yamato, and then we cast Zaku. And so working backwards, it only made sense for Yamato, who's now played by Omega, to do that kind of voice. And if you put two and two together, I'm sure you can figure out who's going to be playing Hashirama. Actually, no, by the time this goes out, we'll announce that in the May 27th news update.
Sure.
So, yeah. But that's... actually, yeah, we would have. Yeah, only like a month ago at this point, but whatever. Not the point. Point is,
Yeah.
I don't know how Itachi doesn't canonically throw up when doing this maneuver. It's like, look at it.
Oh god, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Also, that transition was really clean. Thank you. You're welcome.
See, Sasuke, this is the power of these.
I re-recorded this
You're
line
the
so
one
many
that really
times.
wants me to bother teaching you this
Get the pitch of Itachi, but also the levity that the scene needed.
No, wait.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You could have warned me that breaking my ankle would hurt, big brother.
Did you really think it would?
It sounded like a branch snapping.
Bit of humour.
Not at all.
How do you think the branches felt when you
snapped
snapped
them
them
in
in
two?
two? Speaking of, I wonder what Shisui's doing now.
This is a scene we've put in so many videos about Tass's involvement. I can't wait to finally talk about it.
Byakugan. They're here with Shisui.
That Byakugan.
This is no place to die.
Is that-
Especially when it's
Ao's?
No, it's
death.
I know it's
Ao's
Ao's.
fuck.
That should keep
Neji's
Neji's
dad's?
for a while.
I don't think it's ever confirmed.
Oh no, hang on. No, sorry, different village. Different village.
Wow, dude. All ninjas look alike.
No, I just realised that the person who had to die and be given a cross was the Land of Lightning.
Yeah.
Where's Ao from?
Mist.
Yeah, so you're completely different villages. Yeah.
No, I don't know where. I don't think it's ever confirmed where he got the Byakugan from. But yeah, that was Tass's first scene. First actual scene. He recorded Ao first. I remember when we were when he and I were researching the role, we discovered Ao is played by Steve Bloom. So if we had known that before we cast Tass in the role, you would have played him with your Steve Bloom voice if you would be so kind.
Hi, I'm I'm Steve Bloom.
Yeah. Which, you do use that voice for Chome.
Yeah. Those Hokage rocks look terrible.
Yeah.
The fourth looks like fucking Ken from Street Fighter. Hiruzen's the only one that looks normal.
Yeah.
Friggin' the second Hokage looks more like fucking wind palms.
Zaku.
Zaku.
Yeah.
He looks more like Zaku, and fucking the first Hokage looks kind of like Choza.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, yeah.
Like-
Well, Minotaur actually looks like, not Ken, Ryo, but not the point.
What? Isn't Ken the one with the red?
No, that's Ryo. No, it is Ken.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
I'm like, it's definitely Ken because I'm thinking of the Smash reveal.
Yeah.
When he was introduced, it was the same video that Incineroar was introduced.
Yeah. No,
Ryu's the white outfit. Ken is the red outfit. He looks like Ken.
Yes, he does. I'm a fucking idiot.
Actually, you know who the second Hokage looks like.
Who?
You haven't seen the series. He looks kind of like Hideyoshi Toyotomi from Sengoku Bizarro.
Yeah, I never heard of that series. No.
But I'm trying to pick... No, you haven't seen that either. The first Hokage kind of also looks like a character from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, okay. No, I have not seen Jujutsu Kaisen.
For those of you who have seen Jujutsu Kaisen, very much a character. You won't get that reference, they will.
Okay.
Anyone who's seen Jujutsu Kaisen will know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm still trying to get... How the fuck do I get Ken and Ryo mixed up?
Yeah. Hiruzen is the only one that looks like himself. None of the others look anything like themselves.
That's the perspective.
There's no way that one looks like fucking Minato.
Yeah, he doesn't at all.
Was Minato's hair ever that long?
Not on the... Not back here.
Not on the monument.
No. I think that the long... I was about to point at the fucking screen again.
Do you know what it is?
What?
Do you remember that statue of that footballer that was made?
Yes.
That same guy made the Hokage monument.
Sleepy puppy.
He is.
But yeah. So Tass's first appearance, we've shown that clip a few times. We're talking about Tass's involvement in the series, but it's because that is the scene that, showing the tree scene. It doesn't give any kind of indication to his long-term performance with Journeyman Abridged. It's been announced now. Even at the time of recording, it's been announced. But he'll be playing the second Hokage.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to hear what he does with that. But to have him play Ao is super exciting because I think he just brings so much to that role. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch his interview yet.
No,
but in the interview, we talked a lot about how straight off, he just first try pronounced Byakugan correctly.
Nice.
I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? Because no one gets Byakugan right on the first try. So I was really, really impressed. So
I don't play a Byakugan user, so...
I can't be right.
The only member of an Ijutsu I actually play 3. I just realized I'm just adding up the people that I have I abilities.
Kakashi,
Pain, and Yahiko.
That's what you play Nagato nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got those 3. I don't have any actual Uchiha. Like, aside from, like, the random, like, little cameo voice that don't count. I don't have a Byakugan user. But that being said, there aren't that many Byakugan users.
No, there's
Neji's dad.
Hayashi, Hisashi, Neji, Hinata, Hanabi, Himawari.
It's mostly girls.
Yeah.
And Ao.
And of course the Otsutsuki, but we're only doing Toneri and Kaguya, and you're not playing Kaguya.
Nope.
And you probably won't play Toneri.
Probably not.
Toneri hasn't been cast yet, though.
Yeah.
We've got a dream casting for Toneri. But we'll see what happens with that. Lots of business negotiations need to happen for that.
Yarp.
Moving on.
I successfully warded off the Hidden Mist's forces. They won't trouble us again for a while.
They have been quite troublesome since the whole ring situation.
Oh yeah, they killed Rin. Oh, reason Rin is
The
dead.
village, I will depart immediately.
No.
I love that adding that Rin line in there. That it makes it. And also talking about Kagami. Yeah, it's such natural world building.
Am I right in understanding that your Sharingan will allow you to control...
So anytime you hear Danzo speaking and he struggles through a word,
It's your
it's actually my ability to talk that's struggling.
That's right.
And you intend to use it on Fugaku?
Omega struggled so much to say Koto Matsukami.
Understandable.
It's not an easy word.
Another ninja in another part of the world?
I mean, technically...
I love how we set this up.
It wouldn't come to that.
Shame. In that case, I'll just take your eye for myself.
Sorry, Danzo, not today.
Quite true. Definitely not today. Thanks to the power of Izanagi, I'll now replace this eye with your...
Eyes come out so easily in this friggin' series.
And all those guards are played by Cheese as well.
Also, how'd they shoot water out?
I don't know.
Come with me.
Who's there?
Your conscience.
I have one of those.
Come with me if you want to know more.
I love that joke.
You in the bushes. Wait up.
That mask was actually from the actual series.
Normally it's easy me calling you, hey, you in the bushes.
That's what happens when one of your closest friends in the Hyuga clan has the Byakugan and we go to the Konoha bathhouse.
Throw him back to the sports carnival.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
Throwing forward?
Orders to use the Koto Matsukami on your father.
To prevent him from enacting a coup. When Danzo found out that I could potentially stop this, he stole my eye.
That's kind of gross. Does it hurt?
I wonder how he got his
More than
manga.
you know. And now I'd like to give you
Good
my
question.
other eye. Don't let Danzo get a hold of it. Please take care of it. Shisui.
I promise. Bro!
Oh, an eyeball? I haven't eaten one of those.
I've left a note. By the time that my body is found, the whole village will know I'm dead.
Shisui just straight up.
Itachi, stop the
He does what Itachi couldn't before.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
That was a very bad attempt at trying to grab him.
Yeah. That yelling that as Itachi was very difficult. Before we talk about Naruto, I just want to take a moment to praise Omega's performance as Shisui. I thought it was so good. And absolutely lent into the, speaking with Obito, what is essentially Obito's childhood voice with a British twang to it, absolutely builds that connection to the old theories.
Yeah.
School thing named Naruto, but he's an orphan. I hope I'm never an orphan, big brother.
Come on out. We need to talk.
Yashiro, Inabi, Teka. What do you want?
You're wanted for questioning down at the station
Takahata
regarding the
101?
murder of Shisui Uchiha.
What are you talking about?
So, fucked up with this scene. But this scene was cast between Omega... the first two were cast as Omega and Bane. Remembering screen names is hard. And we cast TwoPointBeau, who's about to have his first line in the series, as Inabi here. And then it was from this, I'm like, wow, these three have really good vocal chemistry together. So expect these guys to appear in scenes together in the future.
We found Shisui's suicide note. It states directly that you pushed him off a cliff into the Nakano River.
If he wrote that, then that would make him essentially...
All you can hear is 2 point, isn't it?
The only clairvoyant ninja in Konoha is Kakashi Hatake.
All you can hear is 2.Beau there, as you know him.
Oh, yeah.
This is where I was talking about we fucked up. Inabi's got the line, "Do not speak his name," when talking about when Itachi is really throwing shade at Kakashi. What should have happened is the wide-haired guy with closed eyes should be the one saying that line. Because he looks like Kakashi.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we managed to fuck that up, but...
This is a Orochimaru light.
Really funny you say that.
Do not speak his name.
See what I mean?
No, it is not. I was on another mission. How could he have written his cause of death as a murder if he committed suicide?
Maybe.
Just questioning the logic of this whole part.
You're a thing that babies...
Red versus Blue reference.
Ain't that Orochimaru?
Dude, come on.
That joke is so 2006.
And the only time we actually make reference to those kind of jokes with Oro.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You think I killed my best friend to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan, don't you?
Yes, that is exactly what you were accused of.
How about now? Am I a killer now? Did I kill my best friend now? Itachi, that's enough!
If they test my paper,
I love that little sequence there with the kunai.
wall is their corpses.
Big brother! Stop this!
Father, I am sorry.
I forgive you, my favorite son.
Hey, what about me?
With a character like Itachi, writing a comedy piece when he's such a straight character, like, even with the way we've developed him compared to Fugaku who's just a cunt, and Sasuke who's so innocent, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Bring a thermal bunk. We're going to have a little chat. Good, you came. And you came alone. By the way, did you see this
This
drawing
scene,
that
I forgot
Bitch came
about it.
through?
Yes, it's very good. He is a very talented artist.
As you know, this is the stone tablet that has been passed down the Uchiha line for generations. And only those with certain ocular prowess, such as our Sharingan King Genkai, can read it. It tells us the secrets of the Mangekyo Sharingan, such as the instructions on how to obtain it, and its ability to control the Biju. It also tells the story of Hagoromo Utsutsuki, the sage of the six paths, Kaguya and the God Tree, the secrets of Madara Uchiha's body, warnings regarding infinite Tsukuyomi, the fact that the Uchiha would be saved by infinite Tsukuyomi,
Also Fugaku's Mangekyo, which is never explained.
The secrets of the Uchiha
Is it
clan
canon?
and warnings about
No, it's not in the
misfortune
manga.
Sharingan can bring.
You can control the Biju with the Mangekyo Sharingan?
Yes, don't make me destroy you, Itachi. You do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to
Star Wars reference. Another Star Wars reference.
It's such a low-hanging fruit.
It's so easy though.
Destructive conflict before it begins, and bring order to Konohagakure. I will never join
Of course,
you.
from that scene in Empire.
Yeah.
Of the dark side.
What do you say?
This is it.
Alright, so just before we go on, I know how to do it now because I learned how to do it 4 days ago. Seriously, I learned how to do it 4 days ago. The original intention I wanted to have, and that's why Fugaku's monologuing about all these things that's written on the tablet in crayon in messy handwriting, is because on the tablet, the way I wanted to do the scene originally was have, in like a crayon font, all these things listed that like Zetsu was added to the tablet to get people to enact his plan to bring back Kaguya.
Yeah.
And so it bothers me that I know how to do that now. And I learnt how to do it a few days ago thanks to Gears of the Dead. So shout out Gears of the Dead. Thank you so much for teaching me how to do that.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Not knowing, but I know of him.
Yeah.
I've seen his work.
Yeah. It's quite good.
Yeah.
He does a great Digimon Frontier. I never said Digimon Adventure. Great Digimon Frontier Abridged, so please go check him out. He's a friend of the channel. So now that I know how to do that, I'd probably show more than tell.
Yeah.
Because Fugaku's monologue just goes on, but it's such, he's about to say it here, it's such an important part of the story that needs to be told.
And it sets it up and all that sort of stuff and blah, blah, blah.
So that way it doesn't just come out of fucking nowhere like it does in the original.
The important part of the law that hasn't really been spoken about yet. So it was imperative that we cover it at some stage.
That's it. You're going to initiate a coup d'etat against the village.
I love that word, coup d'etat.
Finally the time. I will become Hokage.
Forgot about this joke.
A village with an iron fist. No, not that one. Full receipt methods.
And that's the whole
I think
story.
what would have been funnier from a dialogue perspective, in retrospect, is you're going to do a coup. It's like, that's a great idea. Why hadn't I thought of that earlier? Just completely undermining every other time he's mentioned doing a coup.
Fuck. And that would have broken the tension in that scene that it needed.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Hindsight is like a monkey code Sharingan. 2020 for the first 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And then completely degrading until you cannot see it all.
Unless you're Obito or Itachi and you can just spam it for years.
Yeah.
My father intends to stage a coup.
We must strike them down.
Also,
weird empty room.
Yeah. And also,
They haven't done anything wrong.
here isn't fucking Goku in this shit.
You're as naive as Goku was with the red ribbon androids. We must strike early to prevent a catastrophe.
Words!
Power!
Words!
Power!
Words!
Power! Times infinity!
Damn it! He always gets you. Go with Gonzo.
Such an underrated joke. I love shit like that.
The one constantly breaching village security. I have a proposition for you.
Itachi Uchiha. But you could have at least said
Love that we
something
keep the-
cool, like, Master Man, I've come to buy. Like in Doctor Strange.
How do you do that with your voice?
Do what? Oh, you mean this? I have
switch
a
sound
chakra
effect.
controlled switch to turn on a voice filter. Would you like to hear me do
Switch. Kakashi Hatake? How about...
I'll be back. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Just help me exterminate the Uchiha clan.
That was an
Swear to me
old
that
movie
you won't
reference.
harm
What's that film?
Sasuke.
Who is
No, frankly, my
Sasuke,
dear.
my younger
Oh,
brother.
Is
yeah.
there
Yeah.
anyone else
I love this moment
you'd
here.
like me to spare?
No. Wipe them all out. But leave Sasuke out.
Well, it's nailing that.
My parents. to
Yeah,
do.
retroactively adding her in there and then her being killed off as part of the coup is kind of fun.
Yeah. Realized looking at the hair before we get into Izumi's death, and I'll talk about Izumi in a moment. That's the guy that looks like Kakashi that confronted Itachi.
Okay.
And I didn't realize after long, so I'm like, who the fuck's going to do this? And I'm like, oh, let's get Bane to do it. But yeah, I don't know how much you know about Izumi in the light novel version of these events, but Itachi originally killed her.
Yeah, he put her under...
Again, jutsu.
No, he did the same thing he did to Kakashi.
Yeah, Tsukuyomi.
But instead of making it the most painful experience for 72 hours, he had her live out their entire life together.
Yeah.
Like getting married, having kids and all that sort of stuff, and like dying of old age.
I wish that had been in the anime, because I would have loved to have performed that with ShyGhost. I think that would have been absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm really...
and then she thanks him and then he kills her.
Yeah, it just would have been... but instead we get this brutal scene of Obito being a total dickbag.
What are you doing? Where's Itachi?
You're the only other relevant female Uchiha I've seen. That must make you Itachi's girlfriend.
What's it to you?
Really buying that fear from ShyGhost in that as well.
And now you die.
Do you know what would have been better? And this is actually for the actual series. Itachi saying to spare her.
To kill her
and then
himself.
Obito killing him anyway.
Yeah.
That would have actually been really good, I think.
Would have been a nice... We should have done that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, spare Izumi, and it's like, cool, you're a relevant female, I'll kill you, I don't care. I was told to spare you, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Just really hammer home, because at this stage, I mean, Obito's just going around killing everyone.
Yeah.
Why did he want everyone dead? Did he just want the eyes?
It's never actually touched on, but it was just... he was just going along with helping Itachi. From memory. I don't know if it's ever really justified in the manga.
Don't really get his involvement with this.
Yeah, I think it was just to help Itachi. But of course he does have that bank of eyes in his lab. I love how he...
It could have easily been explained away, because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why would Obito want there to be no other Sharingan users?
Yeah.
And the thought is, like, I mean, realistically, because his whole thing was like, let's get the infinite Tsukuyomi. And it's not like anyone could undo that. It's not like having a Sharingan would allow you to just undo that, even just for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's not like... Because if that was the case, he would have tried to eliminate Itachi as well, and Sasuke.
Yeah.
And, you know, found out Sasuke's plot for revenge and really pushed him to do that, to eliminate him and then swoop in at the end to kill them both.
Oh, yeah.
To finish them off. But he doesn't do that, so killing off the Uchiha, being someone who is trying to put everyone under a genjutsu so that no one else dies, but allowing a massacre of an entire clan. I don't know whether that's a needs the many over the needs the few sort of thing, so allowed the elimination of the clan to stop an all-out war, but I don't think there's any dialogue to explain that. Because if that was what it was like, yeah, we'll eliminate the Uchiha clan because that will stop the coup from happening, which will result in more people losing their lives. So, you know, it's the lesser of two evils to eliminate people now to prevent a war.
I think there's a line towards the end of the episode about that, actually. Now that I'm thinking about
it. But in the canon?
No, like this episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about the actual canon.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there about that from memory. Again, it's been a long time since I read the manga.
Yeah, same.
It's been longer for you as well.
Oh, dude, I haven't read it since it finished.
Yeah. I've read it twice through
I
since
also
then.
don't own enough, but I've only got up to volume 59.
Which is...
I think it's Turtle Island.
No, it's after that. That is in the...
It's right before Naruto versus the Hokage.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So 59 volumes. So I've got...
Yeah.
God, I need to catch up on so much manga.
Yeah, no. You'll have more of a chance in a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that we give this technique a name, Itachi style, iconically sitting upon a pole jutsu from memory.
Bleach reference.
And this scene, again, lifted for episode 6, boom, directly. I think I retimed this bit a little bit, but otherwise, that's the same. And then we added this bit in here to give Fugaku and Mikoto's deaths.
Yeah.
Mother, father, I'm sorry.
Itachi, we know, and we forgive you.
Just promise me one thing. Promise me that you will protect Sasuke above all else. Compared to our pain, which will be over in an instant. You must...
Talked about this before. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Nope.
So originally, Itachi is... He looks like he's using the shaker weight in this overhead shot. Like, he's crying, but his arms are... You know, this whole thing.
Place, yeah.
And I conceptualized the joke that he would be there jacking off. And I got vetoed by my wife on that.
Yep.
For completely killing the tension of the scene. But it was there. The idea was there. And the idea was there for about a week. While I went backwards and forwards about whether or not... And then I showed it to Impolitebi and she said no. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Which is the right call.
Mm-hmm.
But the joke was considered.
Yeah. Glad she rated it. Because I would have as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are so good at, like, keeping me on pace for that.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. Sometimes the direction is needed.
Yeah.
Live with this pain and guilt for the rest of your days.
We will love you.
Always. Mom? Dad? No!
Flies got there quickly.
Yeah.
Big brother!
Foolish little brother, if you wish to kill me...
The worst part about doing old flashbacks as part of old episodes and then putting them later is making sure that the voice for that particular part matches that era.
Yeah.
You have the same come before me.
Line from Itachi is how I got into doing Itachi's voice. There's a slight edit there. I added an extra lip flap because we missed it the first time and it was messy.
And people think Itachi's a good brother.
Yeah. I re-recorded that scream as well from episode 6 because originally it went straight from the high into the I'm gonna fucking kill you line.
Yeah.
So I had to re-record it for this.
Have this power if you kill your boyfriend, just as I did.
That's a leftover bit of dialogue.
It is. It is.
That was missed.
Yeah.
Best friend or two, I guess. I don't know. The tablet wasn't particularly...
I don't really know how we missed that.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
In the main hall.
Also, kids thinking that iPads are the only pads.
Coming out on the far right is the secret gathering hall of the Uchiha clan.
Itachi, why are you doing this?
It's because you have
Spirals
in your ears. Shout out Junji Ito.
Uzumaki.
Crying? Well, time to bury that under years and years of subconscious guilt and grief.
My team, head directly to the Konoha police force.
I want to speak to that for a sec. So I got that idea from when I was scrolling Reddit one day.
Yeah.
And I came
traumatic
across
finish.
the traumatic finish. And it didn't exist in a way that we could acquire it. So I'll just take it from fighters and use that. But I wish we could have had traumatic finish there.
Yeah.
And if it existed in such a way that we could utilize it, we absolutely would have at that point in time.
Oh, absolutely.
Orders.
My team, head to the Uchiha compound. Search for any survivors.
Lord Hokage, this one is still alive.
Her only appearance, because I totally forgot she existed.
We've forgotten about you. Get
That's the
into
point.
the medical bay at once.
Who is she?
The purple-haired Ambu.
Who is she?
She's a semi-important side character. She's Hayate's partner. She's mostly important in part 1. And during the war, she fights in Edo Hayate and comes to peace with that. But it's a filler scene, so I don't know if we'll end up including it. I keep going backwards and forwards about whether or not we'll include it. Funny enough, her name is Yugao... I can't remember. Azuki? Yugao Azuki from memory.
Oh, yeah.
But in the script, I fucked up majorly because I scripted her as being named Ayame, which is the brown-haired lass that works at Ichiraku Ramen. So when it came to crediting that in the episode, when I was putting the credits together, I took screenshots for that. I'm like, does Ayame have a surname? So I typed it on Naruto Wiki. I'm like, Ayame. I'm like, that's not Ayame. That is Yugao. So, even I can make mistakes.
What month are we in?
Currently is the 9th of September 2023.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you can make mistakes.
Okay. How many did you get to then?
84.
84.
Yeah.
And that's just today.
Clairvoyants tell you it was going to be this bad.
It's called the Uchiha Massacre. It's kind of in the name.
I like that we called that out.
This kind of destruction. Who could have done this?
It was...
Itachi Uchiha.
Should have been a bit of cut off there.
To stop a coup d'etat. He killed hundreds.
There it is.
Saved thousands. Like a good ninja.
Kakashi,
Which is a
Tenzo,
reference to... Girl. Itachi, Tenzo, girl. A good ninja, that's a reference to the Bad Batch and Star Wars The Clone Wars. And good soldiers follow orders, which the clones say quite often.
Yeah.
all dismissed. Now, look what I have to deal with. Who could have seen this coming? If only someone had warned us about the loss of life seen from power instead of words.
I love that callback.
I did. I warned you of this. You are stripped of your title as second in command and sentenced to a life in solitude in your annual route headquarters. Get out of my sight.
I hate editing canes. Walking canes.
And if you dare harm Sasuke, if you enter even the closest...
Here Itachi's voice is off for this line.
Burn spillage to the ground and pass along classified intelligence.
Explain in a sec why.
Enemy nation. Let's go. Itachi!
So that line, and there's a couple of lines during the pain scene as well, in a minute or two. I recorded that line with laryngitis.
Of course you did.
Because I knew how close we were to the planned release of the episode. We'd put it out on Patreon. The episode is coming on this date, and I didn't want to delay it, but I needed to re-record the line, and my voice was fucked. So I somehow managed to get the pitch down.
Yeah.
To push out that line. And it sounds like Itachi's kind of half whispering.
Yeah. Which kind of fits.
Yeah, it fits, but it's like, oh my god, that hurt. And Naruto's only appearance in the episode.
Hey Sasuke, wanna come play with us? We can be two orphans who are best friends. Okay, who the fuck did that? Let's fuck him up, Kurama.
Right.
And I love how we're setting up Naruto and Kurama to have that companionship early on.
Enough to make someone start smoking 10 packs a day.
I can't believe he touches in the...
I love that scene with Asuma using the how you doing voice.
Yeah.
Come on, Captain.
Everything that Yamato lists here for food is what they like to eat during, like or don't like to eat for food in the data books. Yeah. We do our research, even if we call Yugao Ayame.
Friends I've lost. Am I just not supposed to befriend Uchiha?
Great
Am I
acting
really
choices here, by the way.
supposed to abandon my friends.
What do you...
I need to be alone. Even through all my clairvoyant
Nowadays, I'd
abilities.
probably change the names on the lockers to be random character names.
Yeah.
Obito, what am I
Give
doing
one to
wrong?
Zoro.
So let Rin die.
It is done.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Thanos!
The Akatsuki of an outcast. Not sufficient, but I'd like for that perception to be kept that way.
Why?
Just play along. You'll understand it.
Like this like kind of in-between voice that Omega's doing for Obito between young and old.
I will now run through your initiation.
Your first non-distorted lines is pain.
Yeah.
Check.
powerful jutsu. Check. A dark past. Check. A line through your headband. Check. Painted nails on your hands and feet. Not quite, but we'll get there. You can pick a color from our range that will...
Also, this scene is completely different to the canon version, but it works better for what we were doing.
No reason.
Finally.
And that purple and no reason again, laryngitis.
Why? Oh, I'm sorry. Do I come into your house and question your customs? No. Do I come into your village and massacre your entire family? No. That's your state and I have not. The goal of the...
Did you suggest that line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Also, one thing I didn't notice until after the episode went live is I keep pointing at the screen. This is bothering me. I'm going to do it this way. So, on the hand here of this statue is Obito. Which I didn't... Yeah, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. And we're about to come...
He's a friendly little guy.
Yes, he is.
The tail beasts and seal them within the ghetto Mazo. Juzo, team up with
Juzo, that's it.
Form a
That's
two-man team.
Let's go, noob.
Very well. Head to the million.
So Let's Go Noob is the Zabuza voice played by Omega.
Sobu.
And setting up that they then go and kill the Mizukage.
Yeah.
The nurse there that impolitebi played, the choice for that came from episode 0 when ShyGhost played the obstetrician.
Yeah.
So it was reverting that for the opposite mother roles.
Yeah.
Where is it? There it is, yeah. Yamato Tenzo, because I couldn't decide, like I wanted to make it clear that it was Yamato.
Yeah.
For those that might not realize Tenzo Yamato connection, but I feel like dumbing that down was a mistake, and we should have just gone with Tenzo. But, yeah. Can't remember if there's post-credit scene or not. No, there isn't.
Thanks for watching.
Shut up, Fugaku.
Nobody likes you.
Nobody likes you, Fugaku.
Yeah.
Says Fugaku. So yeah, Shinden.
Definitely an episode. A long episode.
Yeah. It's our most emotionally complex episode, I think.
Yeah.
And because it covers a lot of really, really dark content. Like, granted, with episode 0, we had Naruto's birth, Minato and Kushina's death. We had Gaiden. We had Obito getting crushed. We had Obito's turn to the dark side. We had Kushina being bullied and picked on and being kidnapped. We had all these dark stuff. But we still...
It's still the darkest episode.
Yeah. But we still managed to have a certain amount of levity through that.
Yeah.
But for this, it was just so difficult to balance that.
Yeah.
And whilst I think we ended up doing the best we could, I feel like the line you mentioned about, oh, that's a great idea. Cool. What did I think of that?
Yeah.
Having stuff like that
there
in
would
there.
have been a couple of other moments to add a little bit of brevity.
Yeah.
To everything.
But otherwise, I don't really have anything else to add about this that hasn't already been said. This is definitely our longest episode to date. In this part of the series. Don't talk to me about fucking Shippuden. It's half-an-hour episodes consistently.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Bridge, come to it. It's all for... this was a proof of concept in a sense, though, because it did allow us to prove that we could
do a longer one.
We could do a longer episode of Naruto and still be entertaining.
Yeah.
We had a similar problem with Digimon in episode 4 of Digimon, which is also a longer episode because it's got the Dark Masters and then Apocalypse 1 and the end of the series, and then episode 6 of Digimon is currently about half an hour as well. Spoilers. So yeah, it's just really, really interesting to look back and see that we actually could pull off a half an hour episode. But there was a lot. This episode I think was originally 40 minutes long. We cut about 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, no.
So yeah, a lot of those deleted scenes are on Patreon. I know we've shielded that a few times, but I am known for plugging shit, so that's that. You have anything else to add about this one?
Nope. Let's get out of here.
We'll see you guys next month with Genie.
Yes.
Love that episode. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.